building a schedule is quite intuitive. I think we all know about project duration, dependencies. We have all planned something somehow, if only the holidays as well. I'd like to give this example. It's everybody hopefully has done that at some stage. Step 1, we list all the tasks required alongside with the effort required. Effort is the amount of time that would be actually spent on doing the work. The duration would be the time spent from start to finish. So you could have some delays, some wait times in between, so that would be taken into account during the duration. Here's a quick example here for you. Take the builders 2 hours to fix my roof, but if you take into account all the going back and forth, it would take them 2 weeks the duration, but they will be actually working on my roof for just 2 hours. It's building a fence with a gate. So you would list all the tasks that, and please don't comment on those, just assumption that what is required. So 0.5 days to build the material, 3 days to install the post, 1 week to put the fence up, and 2 days to build and install the gate. So we start off with listing all the tasks. Step 2, we list the dependencies between the tasks. We review the tasks that cannot start before another one has completed. So, for instance, we cannot start building the fence prior to getting the material. We cannot put the fence up without building the material. So we cannot start putting the fence without the post. So we cannot do this without the post. So we list all the dependency between the tasks like this. I have a comment here as advanced. Sometimes the relationship can be between tasks can be more complex. For instance, some tasks that can start a few days after another one has started, or some tasks I need to finish at the same time. An example is we need to finish the fence at the same time as our neighbors finish his, because we want to make sure they're exactly on the same height, for instance. So that's more a bit of a complex dependency that we can have. So this is where I put as advanced. If you're a beginner, you don't really have to worry about this scenario at this stage. Step 3, we put it all together. We review the resourcing and the constraint for those tasks. Who is doing those and how many resources do we have available? And this is where I was mentioning before, effort and duration as two terms that are often used in project management for the scheduling. Effort is actually the time to actually do the work, and duration it's the time that it will take, taking into account all the dependencies, the constraints and the like. So for instance, what I have here, let's have 1 week to buy material, as we need to find the proper wood, the shops might not be open and the like. So this is to show you that 0.5 days task can turn into a 1 week task. And this is what would happen in project management as well. Some task could have 1 day effort, but on the plan you would put 5 days because the resource is not often available, works part-time or the likes. It will take in fact 2 weeks to put the fence up as the contractor is working part-time. So 1 week effort, but the duration will be 2 weeks. A resource might not be available, so that's more a constraint, if you like, until a certain date. So you list your constraint, contractors away or May. So you can list them, and after it might not be a problem. You might finish the project before, or the project might start after. 2 resources available with the same skills could work on the same task, so that's more a positive situation. So that's it. So that's just an example on how you could go about building a schedule. And how would you represent this? You can just represent this this way to the business. I've taken all the effort and duration into account, and assuming the project starts 2nd of March, I put all that together and that give me a completion date. It's a small schedule, but just to illustrate the 3 steps that I had before. We will see other ways, obviously, to present a schedule, but this type of schedule, as we'll see, it's quite good to present on a very high level to the business.